I know. But we have to do something.
Are you fucking kidding me?
When is this thing happening?
Are we sure he's coming?
Yes, you'll have an opportunity to... He's back.
The Crooked Man.
Thank God.
Motherfucker.
You spit on him?
Are you okay? It's been hours. We were worried you'd run into some trouble. At the Crooked Man's place.
Well, he didn't make it easy.
Absolutely no trouble at all. I definitely didn't go full wolf.
He's here. We got him.
We can talk about it later.
I definitely didn't kill
Well,
Bloody
Sheriff,
Mary.
I'm surprised. Not that you did well, but that, you know...
Georgie and Vivian are still
I'm
alive,
just
definitely.
glad you made it back in one piece.
It's about time you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Yes, what are you waiting for?
You murderer!
You killed Lily!
She was my
Where the
sister.
fuck do you get
what about
off?
Faith?
You think you have the right to
did
just do this to
everything you
people?
said.
You're a fucking crook!
You should be ashamed.
Shithole.
Everyone, can I have your attention? Thank you all for coming here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible. The Crooked Man is charged with the murder
As
of
I
Faith
already
and...
informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porge who killed those women, not me.
What? It was Georgie?
Georgie.
I don't mean to interrupt you, Miss White.
Georgie may have killed them, but you made the call.
Do I have to explain the situation to you again?
Wait a minute. So you're saying Georgie's the motherfucker who killed my sister? Well, where is he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too, aren't you?
Yes, Sheriff. Where is that rotten scoundrel now?
Is he still out there?
I sincerely hope not.
Well, where is he?
Sheriff?
Georgie paid for what he did. In the end, there was a fight, and he bled out from his wounds. It's over.
So he's dead? That's what you're saying?
Well, yeah,
It was him.
in not so many
The
words.
culprit has been punished. There's no
That
need
doesn't
for
change
this.
anything. We'll deal with it later, but right now, you're the one I'm concerned with.
You called the shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case, you still have a lot to answer for.
I
And
was
I
told
don't...
I would be allowed to speak.
We have to read the rest of the charges.
What other charges?
If you'd wait a moment.
Let her finish. Then you can have your say.
Got it?
If you insist.
Yeah, get wrecked, nerd.
You are charged with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff Bigby Wolf.
On multiple occasions.
Misunderstanding.
Aiding and providing monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical artifacts.
And kidnapping Crane at gunpoint.
He went willingly.
Cause you had a
Yes.
gun.
Thank you. Now, is there anything you would like to say?
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily, so you can strike that one from your little record book.
Bullshit! Like hell you didn't.
Stop the charade. We know you're in.
Everyone just shut up for a minute. You wanted a chance to talk? Well, go ahead.
What?
We all know he's guilty. What the fuck does he need to speak for?
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government and, most importantly, its citizens. These charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the witching
Where
well.
it fucking belongs.
That's
So
right.
let's get
But
on
we
with it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself, and I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to
is
let it
not justice.
Whoever
If
screamed,
we're ever
"What the
going to
fuck?"
pull ourselves together and make something of this town, we have to start doing things correctly. No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
Yeah. No, don't uncuff him.
Ridiculous.
Bigby. Letting him speak does not mean you have to uncuff him.
You have the floor.
Thank you, Miss White. You've all met Georgie. I don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Oh,
Are you gonna
jeez.
get to your point or what?
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business. and for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered 2 of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
Tell the fucking truth
bullshit.
for
He's
once.
always been a bit of a powder keg.
Give me a break. You're so full of shit.
Well, I thought we could discuss this like civilized people, but apparently
For
that isn't
fuck's
going
sake.
to happen.
Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Holly, please.
Tell them, Bigby, when you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful?
No, you were
I
not.
answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
Yeah, and your goons attacked me. Did you forget that part?
They get a bit carried away sometimes, it's true. Loyal to the end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I've protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? You'd do anything.
I will chuck you in the witching well if you so much as make a move towards her.
Just to save someone.
What's he talking about?
Yeah, right. They don't do it because they want to protect you. You intimidate people. Use scare tactics. They're afraid if they don't follow orders, they'll end up dead.
Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that. Hired help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as Georgie was.
You're not serious. I know what you do to people. I've seen it firsthand. What you did to Faith. The way you manipulated her. Do you really think any of those girls were free? Do you really think Faith
I'm
wanted
sorry,
to...
Lawrence. I'm sorry that your wife came to me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my best judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah. That's what you did to us. How you kept us all
You
in
forget
line.
it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant. When your government abandoned you, left you poor and helpless, sniveling on street corners, I was there to look out for
No, you were there to take advantage of them.
Yes, but
wasn't I?
We didn't abandon anyone. We've been trying to help them.
Really? What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that matters, anyway. With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back, and in turn we used her magic to help poor Fables get glamours. Because I helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself. And what did they do?
She wanted my tree destroyed, but Bigby refused.
What?
you were gonna burn her tree? Snow, why would you want that?
Don't blame Snow. She had her reasons. Greenleaf was using her magic to help Crane and the Crooked Man. That's why Snow wanted your tree burned.
That's not why.
Yes, it is.
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with a Crooked Man.
We've made some mistakes. I've made some mistakes. But believe me, I truly want what's best for this town.
This feels like this isn't going well.
And that may not always be clear right away. But I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you. And so does the sheriff.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can.
Things haven't been great for a while now, but we'll do better at protecting you. From people like him.
The Crooked Man's been exploiting you. Exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help, and he would take that weakness and add it to his strength.
Do you really think the Crooked Man cared about you? He just cared about your money. He cares about your obedience.
They're right.
Let's go,
You're all
Beast!
still afraid of him, even now.
Except for Bluebeard, he's just kind of standing there.
His contamination of this town is over, and those girls will have their justice.
Yeah, everyone's on our side. Let's go. When is the butcher? Has the butcher been here this whole time? I have not noticed him.
Very good, very good. The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded.
What you gonna do? Stop all of us from throwing you in the witching well?
Particle of evidence linking me to the
Georgie
murders.
was working for you. Bigby got a
A
confession
confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke, especially given Bigby's history.
What are you talking about?
Snow?
You won't be able to talk your way out of this, crooked man.
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this. I just
Of course it's right. This man tormented all of you, for profit! Georgie
Let me
killed
just
him.
make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did, because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Of course. Yes, you're responsible.
If I'm to blame for Georgie's mistakes, shouldn't Miss White be held accountable for Bigby's actions as well?
Like what?
How about the way he treated poor Tweedledee when he was in
I only
your
hit him like
custody?
twice.
He was beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
No, he was not. He got hit like once.
Maybe he's right.
Did you think we'd all just let that go?
He was a suspect, and I needed answers.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened. Right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection. Oh, you're right, dear. Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's enough.
So, you won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for mine.
This is completely different.
I
We all...
did not order those two girls dead. It simply never happened. Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own
This
crimes.
isn't right.
Oh, please.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you. Everyone calm down. This isn't
I
the
mean, a
reason we're
certain level
here.
of privilege should be afforded to...
who?
This is how it's always been.
This is what I'm talking about. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who filled your lives with the promise of more? Who was there while they idly played in their towers, judging you?
I wasn't
Treating
judging
you as
anyone.
Mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny. Without me, who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction?
God finds a
Who will
way.
dare challenge their brutality when it leaks to our dear citizens? Who will protect you from the big bad wolf? Who will be the...
Bigby? Miss White!
Oh, that shouldn't work anymore.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say something.
Why don't you take a moment to catch your breath, little
What's
one?
she doing here?
I'd like to... I need to say something.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
She has something to say, and we're gonna listen. Go right ahead.
You probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know what
shut up. You enslaved us for years. Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line.
Let's go,
We
Narissa.
couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn to
Take the
talk.
ribbon off.
How are you?
I found Vivian's body. Did you kill her? Did he?
No,
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Be quiet.
We need to establish some order here.
Vivian wanted you freed from the ribbons. She took her own life.
I'm sorry, I don't think I know
Narissa!
your-
My name is Narissa.
It's okay, my dear. It's going to be just...
He ordered them dead. This fucker. Faith and Lily.
That's a lie.
I was in the goddamn room when he did it. Faith and
Yeah.
Lily are dead because of you. The only two people who ever gave a damn about me.
And this just confirms it.
He made Georgie do it. It was always him.
We're winning the crowd.
Georgie
Let's
would have
go.
never done anything without his say-so.
I'm snacking on pretzels because
You're going to take the word of a stupid...
At least 5 other girls will back me up on this.
if you hear any
We
crunches
all
in the
heard you
mic,
say
I'm
it.
snacking on pretzels because this is a lot of story stuff and I'm trying not to talk over too much of
Found our
it.
Evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me.
Let's go!
So that's it, right?
Calm down the witching well.
No, that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next. So quick to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay all I've done for you.
What, you take 2 people's lives away and now you want mercy?
You're done talking, crooked man. You had your chance.
Well done, then.
Now, for your sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody. We can imprison him. Lock him up forever. Somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
How can we be sure he won't escape?
I can help. We'll use magic.
That's not good enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has
more
a point.
if he isn't
Hasn't
stopped.
there been enough
I don't give a
bloodshed
shit.
So we
already?
get rid of him.
Dangerous.
Get him out of here.
We can send him
Everyone,
away.
listen up!
Vote.
Clearly, we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I think
This is going nowhere.
someone needs to make a decision.
Who?
We should have a vote. Make it democratic.
Do you really think that's going to work?
He's right. Nobody can agree on anything.
What about Bigby?
What about him?
He was appointed. He's the only official representative, really. He should be the judge.
That makes sense to me.
I guess it does.
Okay.
Fine.
Why?
Are you sure? This isn't how
It's what the people want, Miss White.
Okay.
Why me?
Mr. Wolf, it's your call.
If it's my call, he's going down the well.
Do what you think is right.
It's my call, right? It's my call, right?
Yes.
It's my call, right?
Do what you think is right.
Teach him a fucking lesson.
No.
He has to
We
die.
can lock
He's
him
going
away.
down the well.
Get rid of him.
Everyone, I'm...
Not this way.
No! Ah!
There you are. I hope you all remember this moment. Think of me when you try to sleep. You're going to miss me.
I could just sit here. Let me just sit here for a minute. Let me eat a couple more pretzels. And then throw him down the well.
I won't.
Fabletown will remember that. I hope they will. Big B Wolf is the man who removed the crooked man from Fabletown.
And Faith.
Yes. Another one of us to erase from the books.
Good. He didn't deserve to be here. You all wonderful people. Is that me humming?
Oh, hi. Sheriff Bigby. Great to
Who
see
the
you.
heck are you?
I don't know if you remember me.
I know who you are, Flycatcher.
He's a flycatcher,
I've worked
okay.
at the Woodlands for how many years now?
I think I've lost count. Are you gonna come see the truck off? We're leaving for the farm in a few. Thought you might want to. I don't know.
I'll be down in a minute.
Okay, great.
Oh, Toad and TJ are gonna be on the truck without Callan, and they're gonna be upset.
Oh, Mr. Wolf, Flycatcher left his keys.
Is everything okay? You look...
I'm sorry, Sheriff. I have to take care of this.
Is she regretting?
We'll talk later, okay?
Is she regretting throwing him down the well?
Good morning, Miss White.
You're late.
Someone's gonna see you, Colin.
Okay. Weird. He normally doesn't leave the apartment. He's trying to get himself sent to the farm on purpose.
I'm going. Jesus.
We only have like 5 minutes.
Carry me for fuck's sake. I don't give a shit.
You forgot these.
Oh, thank you. It's been pretty busy around here.
Morning, Sheriff. Nice
Hey, Toad.
day.
It is a wonderful day.
Shit. Just go grab that, would you?
It's just a farm. You don't have to be so dramatic about it.
Wait, Sheriff Bigby. I have something.
You know, he was up crying all night, poor kid.
Your fault.
Can you give this to Miss White?
I
please?
absolutely can't,
Dad
TJ.
says
I am
there's
so
no time
sorry.
to say goodbye. So, if you could bring it to her.
Yeah, sure.
I couldn't take them all with me, and she.
Oh,
said
is it one of
she
his
had forgotten
bugs?
me
Oh, I
once.
feel so bad.
It's a willow beetle. That's a big one. They're cool, because when they're little, they have these pouches that squirt juice at you if you touch them.
I'm sure she'll love it.
She said it was pretty.
We're about ready to head out.
Oh, I feel so bad now.
I've heard ogres live there, and they eat people in their sleep sometimes.
God, I hope not.
Do we have to go? I want to stay here.
Well, we don't have a choice anymore.
I'm sorry, TJ. But, look on the bright side, okay? There's plenty of space to run around, and a nice river nearby, so you can swim all you want.
Even in daytime?
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about the Mundies seeing you. It'll be nice. Come on. It won't be so bad.
Have you been there before?
No. Some of the animals aren't comfortable around wolves.
So you wouldn't know, would you?
We're all set.
Bye, Mr. Wolf.
Goodbye, TJ.
Hey, Bigby. Where's your friend, Colin? Where's the fucking pig?
I don't know. He, must have run off.
Bullshit.
Had I known this was gonna happen, I would have sent Colin as well. I 100% would have sent Colin as well, had I known that was gonna happen.
Hi.
Hi.
You're still wearing that thing.
Oh. Yeah. I guess I am. It's not easy to forget. I know it seems like I should be able to. It's just...
Let me help you.
Bigby, I know you're trying. This is just something I need to do on my own, okay? Listen, I came here because I have to tell you something.
What is it?
It's about what happened to Faith and Lily. I'm not sure where to start. Faith, Lily, and we had this plan. We were gonna find a way out. Leave the pudding and pie for good. But then Faith decided to get some leverage. She stole a picture of Crane and Lily together. The minute Faith stole that photo, we had dirt on one of the Crooked Man's allies. If he found out, I had no choice. You have to understand. You've seen how they kept us quiet in that place.
Narissa, what
Narissa?
I freaked out, okay? I thought if I came clean to Georgie, he'd get the Crooked Man to leave us alone. We could just forget the whole thing. Maybe try again.
So
in a
she
few
told
years.
Georgie,
So
and Georgie ratted them out.
Everything. And I begged for mercy for all of us. I didn't want anyone to die over a picture.
You were just trying to protect them.
Yeah. Georgie promised he'd smooth things over with the Crooked Man. But then... Oh, God.
I tried to comfort her.
I don't know what happened, but that night at the club, Georgie came back and told me things had changed. He had to make an example of us. We had committed treason. And while the two of us were sitting there As he was telling me this, Faith walked in, and I had to watch while Georgie...
Wait, so Georgie told you all this? Not the crooked man? Back at the well, you said...
I know what I said.
But it wasn't the truth, was it?
What does it matter? I know the crooked man did it. So what if it wasn't the whole truth? It was true enough.
I guess, what's done is done.
I know he ordered their deaths. I wasn't gonna let him get away with it because of a stupid technicality. Especially after... That night, after Faith, I tried to warn Lily, but she wasn't with her scheduled appointment. So I did the only thing I could do. I left Faith's head at your doorstep.
So she did what she could to tell us.
I walked her over here, and I left her. Just hoping that maybe if I couldn't save them...
So, that piece of fabric I found near there, that was you?
Yeah. I cut my leg trying to get over the fence.
So you started all this?
I just pointed you in the right direction.
Yeah.
People like us
That's
get
all I can ask of
forgotten
you.
all the time. The crooked man was counting on that. When we suffer, we do it in silence. And the world likes it that way. We just fade, like we never existed. I couldn't watch that happen to Faith or Lily. Nobody cares about us.
It's going to be different now, I promise. Things like that won't happen anymore. Not while I'm around.
You'll make things right. You and Snow.
Because we're the best.
Seems like no matter what I do, it's just not enough for her or anyone. I just can't win with these people.
I know it might feel that way, but they need you, Bigby. Both of you. You two make a good team. The way you look out for each other, and look out for us. You don't see that a lot these days.
I don't really know where we stand anymore. Things are just different.
Huh. Things are always different. Look, Bigby. After everything you've done for us, maybe they don't want to admit it, but without you, none of this would have happened. You listened when no one else would. You knew when to show mercy, and you brought justice to this town. Finally.
Dang right I did.
You brought the crooked man in. Everyone saw who he really was. So from where I'm standing, you did the right thing.
I wonder how this would have went if I tried to kill him in the beginning.
And I left Faith at your doorstep because I knew if anyone stood a chance against the crooked man, it was you.
I hope I've at least done some good here.
You've changed this place. For better or worse, Fabletown wouldn't be the same without you. You're not as bad as everyone says you are.
Thank you. Now, if only Toad felt that way and stopped being a prick to me.
I feel like we've met before.
You're trying to place me. You like my ribbon? Do you like it?
Faith wore one too.
Would hide her beauty so she could escape his kingdom.
They used to call me the Little Mermaid.
Dr. Swinehart ever get back to you about
He
Faith?
said he wanted to run more tests. I hope you find what you're looking for. I'll see you around, Wolf.
Hold up. Were they implying that Faith and Narissa switched spots? What a weird cliffhanger way to end this. Okay. What did you do to Georgie? You and 31% of players left Georgie to die. Did you give the Crooked Man a trial? 89% of players brought the Crooked Man back alive. How did you punish the Crooked Man? 38% of people threw the Crooked Man down the witching well. I thought it would be more. Did you accept TJ's gift for Snow? 98% of players accepted TJ's gift. What were your last words to Narissa? You and 54% of players said, I hope I've done some good here. Oh, special stats. Beast, you lied to him about seeing Beauty outside the apartment. Beauty, you promised her you wouldn't tell Beast that you saw her outside the apartment. You fought him after his interrogation. You gave him a drink when he asked for one in your apartment. You helped him avoid the farm. You took him back to the witching well. You tossed him down the witching well. You confiscated Dee's money while he was in custody. I forgot about that. I gave the money to somebody else. I can't remember. You gave her money after the fight with the woodsman. You left him to die. You drank with Gren after Lily's funeral. You went to his place first. You prevented him from dying. You tried to take her ribbon off at Biggie's office. You tried to take her ribbon during your final conversation. You paid her extra money when arranging for your date. Oh yeah, I gave it to her. I gave the money to her when I was setting up that date. You brought her along with you to the trip trap. You promised to bring the crooked man back alive. You chose to wait for him. You accepted his beetle and promised to give it to Snow. I like how they didn't have Toad on here because I feel like if they did, it would be a big old list of me just destroying his life. Dope. Dope, dope, dope. That is The Wolf Among Us. Continue the story. Pick up a graphic novel today. No, I will continue the story when Wolf Among Us 2 comes out. I'm actually recording this on January 1st. I know it's not coming out for quite a while. I'm recording this on January 1st. Wolf Among Us 2 is supposed to come out during the summer of 2023. We shall see about that. And when it does, I will make it whenever it comes out, it'll be top of the list for which Telltale game I want to play if I'm still working my way through Telltale games when that happens. I really, really enjoyed this. I think I enjoyed Enemy Within 2, or not, Enemy Within is Batman 2 Telltale. I think I prefer the second Batman Telltale game more than this, but I like this better than the first Telltale Batman game. I really enjoyed that it was like fairy tale creatures, and they could have just stuck with fairy tale creatures, but they also had like things like Bloody Mary and the Jersey Devil, which are more like folk tales or cryptid type stuff. Because that kind of opens it up for the second game on you could include so many different things rather than just like the Brothers Grimm's tales. But yeah, it's super fun. Weird cliffhanger ending. That kind of led me to believe that Big B's thinking maybe Faith and Narissa were the same person and like switched places or something, like dyed her hair or did something. I don't know, but yeah, it's kind of a weird way to end it. I'm also curious as to how long it would have been if I had chosen just to kill him in the warehouse, or if it even would have let me. I also just realized this is another Telltale game ending with a warehouse fight, so that's cool. Yeah. I think the next Telltale game we are playing is going to be Telltale Game of Thrones, so you can look forward to that. But for now, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Hope you've enjoyed The Wolf Among Us. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Be good people, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.